21st September 2022. Morning Murli, Shanti, BapDada, Madhuban. Sweet children, the Father is the Lord of the poor. It is only you poor children who take a handful of knowledge from the Father and become wealthy. The Father makes you equal to Himself. Question: how were the obstacles in the sacrificial fire of Rudra that have been remembered created by devils? Answer: human beings think that perhaps devils put all sort of rubbish and cow dung etc. into the sacrificial fire, but it wasn't like that. When a child here has ego or there are bad omens, it is as though rubbish is being thrown. When they become angry and say useless things, those things create the biggest obstacles in the sacrificial fire of Rudra. Some children keep bad company and make their lives worthless. Maya slaps them and hard and makes them insolvent. Shanti. You children are sitting in remembrance, and it is as though you are sitting in yoga. Each of you knows that you have to become Satapradhan from Tamapradhan. This is incognito effort. There is no question of greatness, and thus the Father remains so egoless. The one he enters is also egoless. Prajapita Brahma had so many children, and yet his behavior is so simple. It is like that of an older person at home. It is also said of the incorporeal one. He is egoless. He is incognito. He doesn't feel that he should have great external show. When there is external show for someone, everyone comes to know about that one. The name is glorified through external show. The Father says all of those customs and systems are of the Iron Age, body conscious people. Here, he simply comes and goes in silence. Baba always says, no one should come to the station to welcome me. There should be no chows. The Father says, let me remain incognito. Only in this way is there pleasure. People don't take long to kill someone important or someone who has external show. Baba is the highest on high, and yet his activity is like that of the poorest of the poor. The Father is the Lord of the poor, and he only comes to meet the poor. Wealthy one would only go to meet famous people. That one loves poor people. People have mercy for the poor, and so the Father has mercy for you poor ones. He gives you a handful of knowledge so that you can become wealthy. It is difficult for wealthy ones to remain here. They don't care for this path of knowledge. Wealthy people help the government a lot. They are famous. Here, the names of those who give a lot of donations are published in the newspapers. Here, when a poor person donates something in charity, it should be published in the papers. They, means like Sudama, gave a handful and received a palace in return. The Father is remembered as the Lord of the poor. He meets all of them, whereas an important person would not meet someone who sells spices. However, here there are only the poor. They are the ones who have to be made wealthy. The Father is incognito. Only the poor will claim their inheritance from the Father as they did in the previous cycle. It is fixed in the drama. The wealthy cannot sacrifice themselves. Yes, if one of them were to make shivbaba his care, he would show wonders. The Father says, I entered an ordinary body. It is sung, he is incorporeal and egoless. The sing of the Creator who comes wrapped in a quilt means the one who sits in someone else's body. Just see how Baba sits in the cold with a quilt. No one knows the purified Father. Baba sits here and explains, O children of Bharat, who made you into the masters of heaven. The pictures of Lakshmi and Narayan are kept here. Here you receive the imperishable wealth of knowledge and then you donate it. You surrender your bodies, minds, and wealth, and so you must receive the return of that. Even on the path of ignorance, those who give a lot to charity take their next birth in a very important family. Here you surrender everything to the Father, and so you take your next birth to those who become wealthy at the end. Then you will build palaces, etc. there. The world will be the same one. Heaven is not somewhere on the ceiling. Ask them, where has your father gone? They would say that he has become a resident of Kashi, or that he has attained liberation, that he has gone to heaven. However, you now understand that no one has received liberation or liberation in life. Everyone continues to come and go from here. They leave their bodies and take their next bodies according to their karma. The Father explains the significance of action, neutral action, and sinful action. Whatever actions people perform in Brahman's kingdom, they are sinful. An account is started in adolescence. A small child does not accumulate an account. When a child grows up, his parents make him use the sword of lust. That action is also sinful. Maya's kingdom doesn't exist there. Not a single human being knows this. The Father now teaches you children to become soul conscious. In no other satsang would they say that souls have a full part recorded in them. A soul leaves his body, takes the next, and plays his part. It is the soul who listens through the ears. You are now being made to have self-realization. I, the soul, take 84 births. The soul has now developed faith, and so body consciousness ends. This is the first effect. It is due to your being body conscious that all the other vices cling to you. Therefore, you now have to become soul conscious. Baba, we souls have completed our 84 births and are now about to come to you. The drama has ended and we are now to receive a new birth. There should be this happiness. A snake sheds a skin and takes a new one. Sannyasis could never give this example. Here, before you take a new skin, you have to shed the old one. Then in every birth there, you will automatically shed the old skin and take the new one. You children understand that you will now shed your old skins and return home. Then in heaven, you will leave your old bodies and take new ones at the right time. A snake sheds its skin many times. Here, you are made to practice this. This is a decayed skin of 84 births. It is called the ugly one. When the body is ugly, the soul is also ugly. When gold is real, 24 carat, the ornaments made from it are also real. Previously, gold wasn't allowed to have alloy mixed into it. People were able to obtain pure gold. This golden genius, etc., came from foreign lands. In foreign lands, they never make coins out of a real gold. Real gold coins were only made here. It has all become very expensive now, and so they have to mix alloy into the gold. You have the incognito happiness in your hearts that you will go and build golden palaces there. Just as you have stone walls here, so you will have walls of gold there. We became once with divine intellects, and so we will make golden palaces. Everything old will be destroyed. You have to understand this drama with great wisdom. In the new world, everything is new. These are such easy aspects. Acha, if you do not understand even this much, remember the Father with a lot of love. This is why Baba has explained all of those deep things last. In the beginning, everything he told you was very simple. You cannot ask why Baba didn't tell us in the beginning that souls were so tiny. According to the drama, whatever happens, happened in exactly the same way a cycle ago. He is explaining to you exactly as he did previously. Human beings are tied in the bondage of this drama. He is explaining to you like this after a cycle, and he will explain to you in the same way in the next cycle. On seeing the ordinary form, means of Brahma, many children become confused and start saying wrong things. Maya slaps even very good children. They think that whatever God is, he must be incorporeal. They are right. If it weren't for the incorporeal one, how could you and I be here? However, surely the incorporeal one needs a chariot. What could he do without a chariot? What could Shivbaba do? Only when he enters a chariot can you meet him. You say, I only hear from you, or I only sit with you, and so a chariot is definitely needed. Acha, just try to remember the incorporeal without the corporeal. Is it that you will receive knowledge through inspiration? In that case, why have you come to me? The Baba also says that you have to claim your inheritance from Shivbaba. Shivbaba says, I sit in this ordinary body and teach you. You definitely need it to study. There are many good children who become arrogant. They open 2 or 4 centers and then they have ego and continue to say wrong things. Then sometimes it enters their intellects that what they said was not right, and so they repent. Baba says, how can I explain without a corporeal one? There is no question of inspiration and thus I am sitting in the form of the teacher. They make so much effort for the poor. It is the poor who have to be given charity. If you are not able to explain something, just say, Acha, I will ask Baba and let you know. At present, there is a lot of margin for knowledge. As you move forward, you will continue to understand everything. Day by day, you will hear new points. You children have to remain completely egoless. Due to ego, all the rubbish that is inside them comes out. It is as though there is a shower of rubbish. People say that devils put rubbish into the sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra. They think that they probably put cow dung, etc. into it. In fact, the real cow dung is the wasteful things that they continue to say. They become angry, and it is as though they are putting cow dung into the sacrificial fire. While some are moving along, they experience bad omens and become orphans. Maya slaps them hard and makes them completely insolvent. While they are earning an income, bad omens occur. And this is why it is said they became amazed by the knowledge. They listen to it. They speak of it to others, and then by keeping bad company, they make their lives worthless. The father says you must remain very cautious. Good company takes you across and bad company drowns you. Baba absolutely forbids you, means to keep wrong company. Many became enemies of those who are very well known and important people. Here, due to not receiving the food of poison, people became lustful and angry. Then they say, I will kill this one. The father says, lust is your enemy. You used to be pure deities and you now say that you are impure and unhappy. Baba says there will be many obstacles created by devils in the subtle fire of knowledge. There have been obstacles from the beginning. The main aspect is that of purity. You call out, "Oh, purifier, come." Therefore, I have come to make you pure. Then, why do you become impure again? From the beginning, there has been this battle going on because of this vice. Daughters even say, we will definitely claim our inheritance from the father, no matter what happens. What would your father do? All he would do is beat you. So many die in a battle. A father would not kill you, but you definitely have to tolerate all of that. You need to become a Mahavir, means a brave warrior. For that, the song about the Shiv Shaktis applies to you. They call Adidev Mahavir, but they do not understand the meaning of that. You now understand that you are gaining victory over Maya and inspiring others to do the same. In the Dilwara temple, there is Jagadamba. There are also the children and the small alcoves. The children of Mahavir are Brahmins. Your intellects have so many secrets. This is your accurate memorial. The Lakshmi and Narayan temple is also a memorial. People celebrate the anniversary of Gandhi because he did a great things. They say Tagore was like this and he did good work. They have written such a large biographies. There are so many volumes. Here, your intellects are of the biggest volume. The secrets of the beginning, the middle, and the end of the whole world are in your intellects. It is the intellect that imbibes all the knowledge. Some have broad and unlimited intellects. The intellects of others are less. So it is number wise. This is new knowledge which no one except the Father can give you. When you sacrifice yourselves to that Father, He makes you into the masters of heaven. The unlimited Father comes into the impure world in an impure body and makes so much effort on you children. Therefore, you children should definitely sacrifice yourself. Shivbaba is incorporeal. He is the bestower. They say, Shivbaba, I am sending this much money for the building that is being built. However, I, Shivbaba, am incorporeal, and so I would definitely have it built through Brahma. I give directions for it to be built for you. I have only come for a very short while, and I will then return to the land beyond sound, means Nirvana. Baba sits here and explains with so much love. This is such an easy thing. Renounce your body and all bodily relationships and remember the one Father. If you wish, you can claim self-sovereignty or you can claim the status of the subject. It depends on your efforts. Each king and queen had subjects in the region of hundreds of thousands. Many will listen to this knowledge. You have to make effort to make others equal to yourself. You have to become pure here. You know that the purified Father has come. He is explaining to us as he did in the previous cycle. Baba gave us the kingdom, but Ravan snatched it away from us. It is in your intellects how you were defeated and how you have to become victorious. Many children even forget this. Maya grabs each one by his nose. They claim liberation and life in a second, and then a life of bondage just as quickly. It doesn't take long. The father says, children, remain cautious, become rupasant, and let jewels of knowledge emerge constantly from your mouths. You should not even listen to rubbish. You should consider anyone who speaks such things to be your enemy. To listen to anything other than knowledge is evil. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, BapDada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says Namaste and good morning to the spiritual father. Essence for the dharana. First point, remove the foremost defect of body consciousness and become completely soul conscious. Second point, donate the imperishable jewels of knowledge that you receive from the Father. Become as egoless as the Father and only allow jewels of knowledge to emerge from your mouths. Do not listen to anything evil. Explanation. When souls are crying out in the upheaval of nature and asking for mercy, listen to their call and let your merciful form emerge. In order to transform the world of sorrow and suffering, make yourself complete. Intensify your good wishes for transformation. When you become complete, this world of sorrow will end. Therefore, let your feelings of mercy emerge for yourself and for all souls of the world. Where there is mercy, there will not be any fluctuation of yours and mine. Slogan. When your two wings of knowledge and yoga are strong, you will be able to experience the flying stage. Om Shanti